On our first full day in Edinburgh, our tour guide Janet showed us around the town of New Lanark, which is originally an 18th century cotton mill run by a man named David Dale. In order to run his mill, David employed orphaned children as young as 6 to work for 13 and a half hours a day with no pay. However, these children were well looked after and provided with food, a roof over their heads, clean clothes, and basic education. Eventually, David Dale's son-in-law, Robert Owen, bought the mill and made it his mission to create a utopian world based on principles of social justice and better living conditions. One of the first things he did was to fire many of the mill foremen and workers and to increase the working hours to 15 hours a day in hopes that it would increase the productivity of the mill. This made him unpopular with the workers. However, he also made a decision that children under the age of 10 were no longer allowed to work in the mills. He also encouraged children between the ages of 18 months and 12 years old to attend school, and the younger kids were able to receive a full-time, free education until they were old enough to work in the mills. Robert Owen made many rules during his stay in New Lanark. He was a man who believed that clear structure and order was essential to a successful society and enforced rules regarding such things as cleanliness and productivity, equal work, and often relied on shame as a motivational tool instead of physical punishment. Robert Owen made decisions based on the safety of his workers, including providing the girls working under the moving cotton spinners with hairnets so that their hair wouldn't get caught in the machines. Another main benefit of working for Robert Owen in New Lanark was that his workforce was all provided with health care. Under Robert's control, part of the workers' wages went towards paying for a doctor and covering medical leave if they ever got sick. He also paid his workers in tokens that they could use in the village store, which created a self-sustaining economy in New Lanark. Every change that Robert Owen made was meant to ensure social justice by benefiting his workforce while also maintaining economic sustainability by benefiting himself and his company as a whole. Owen had several core values that he wanted to model New Lanark around, including education, playtime in nature, mindfulness, the acceptance of all religions, races, genders, and abilities, and ultimately creating happier people. He had a view of a utopian society and saw New Lanark as the most important experiment that the world had ever seen, stating that people had the power to be better and achieve more if they were all given the same opportunities.